Hello, it's Mary Lou here. I have a new journal to share. This one's called Madame's Boudoir. And all the details will be down below, but what I've mostly used is Screech Owl Studios' new journals Ephemera. She has 5 kits in that journal's Ephemera that she's created, and I used 4 of them. And then I used her Shabby Roses kit. But all that information, like I said, will be down below. So let me just introduce you to the book. It is 8 inches by 5 3/4, so it's a big one. The spine is 2.5 inches. There's the back cover. It has eyelet closures with a hug snug ribbon tie, and then there's little pearl-like charms at the tied into the ribbons to dangle. So they look pretty. There's a beautiful piece of artwork here of a woman in her boudoir getting dressed or undressed, I don't know which. We put lots of lace on the cover. We have a beautiful fabric flower here with some milliner's tulle and some what do we call this? Crushed tulle under here for just, you know, to soften it a little bit. And it's called Madame's Boudoir. That's what we've decided to call her. Anyway, so let me take you inside. Here's the inside of the front cover. There's this journal belongs to, and a little mini file folder. I cut one in half and used it for the front pocket and the back pocket, the back page covers. There's lace here. You can see the kits that I used are just beautiful. Lots of vintage advertisements, and so you'll see that this one is the beauty. Beautiful lined pages to use. Okay, so here you have some trim and some really pretty lace down here. There's a little pocket with a round tag and a round card and a little one about soap. A pocket here. There's another pocket here with a little photo in there, a little card to write on. And in the pockets there's 2 glassine bags back here, and there's 2 different tags. There you go. And I forgot to show you something up front, so I'm going to go back up front before I forget it altogether. Let's just put them there. On the back here is, and the story begins. There you go. Now I feel like I can proceed. Anyway, there's lots of places to put things here. I did stenciling. There's some tracing paper. Here's a sack with a card from the kit, journaling card. And then I made some vellum. They had polka dot. There was polka dots on this, and I just went ahead and printed Shabby Rose on these, and then cut them out. Inside is some tea dyed paper, and this one has lines on it, so easier to write upon. I hope you're having a good day. It's been a while since I've had a journal out. I've been kind of busy. We're still packing and getting ready for our remodel. Okay, there's a beautiful page, and there's just so many beautiful things in here. This is a tea-dyed piece of just writing paper. Here's some parchment paper. I did do a little bit of wink of Stella. Here's a pocket, a large pocket, and inside you have that tag, or card, excuse me, and then these 3 cards. I don't think I didn't stamp on any of those. There's also, I printed on parchment paper here, and then I had made an error in my printing, and so I just cut them out and put them in the page on another page. That's why they're there. Okay, there's a beautiful napkin, or there's a beautiful doily. There's another page from the kit. There's some grid paper, and I did some stenciling there. Another one of the beautiful lined pages. that Yvonne provided. I used some papers from my stash. Here's an ad for Ivory soap. And there's a pocket on this side, lace and this little trim, vintage. And then this one has probably nothing to do, well, it does have to do with beauty, but I found this one online, and it was fat banished with the use of sanitized tapeworms. And I kind of put that in tongue-in-cheek. You can remove it if you don't care for it, but I thought it was kind of the times back then, and I guess some women still use them. Here's a tea-dyed page that I did some stenciling on. Here's the center of the first of 4. There are 4 signatures in this. I didn't show you that, but there they are. There's a card from the kit and more in that pocket. There's hearts on a string. Over here, it's another cold cream and a postcard from Shabby Roses and a tag. And there could fit you could fit so much more in this. I did leave 1/2 inch between the spine here, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch in between each of the signatures, so you have lots of room to even add more. Here's another little pocket, a little side pocket that I made with this. Here's some stamping, and there's some ads, beauty ads. More grid paper. Here's a belly band with the toilet water. And some of the ephemera I did find in other places online. So there's that page. It's beautiful. I loved this whole little scene right here. There's some beautiful hair photos or artwork of hair. There's an old-fashioned comb, a vintage comb. The stamping. Here's some more of that writing paper. Another little sack with an ad, 2 ads, 3, and that's an ad too, I guess. They're all 3 ads. Okay. It's another pocket. Okay. I love the lace that I was able to put on here. It's so pretty. Okay, and then here's the end of the first signature, the beginning of the second. So here's the first page. We have a pocket down here. This is the lingerie. So you see lots of corsets in here and other things. There's a tag over here. And one I created, I found this online, and then I printed it, fussy cut it out, and then put it on this piece from Shabby Roses. Okay. Trim and lace over here as well. More stenciling on the tea-dyed page. Tea-dyed tracing paper. Beautiful doily. More of our beautiful, the underpinnings. Beautiful nightwear. There's a card. And another envelope with some more tea-dyed papers in it. Little tiny envelopes. Not as bitty as I make them sometimes, itty-bitty I should say. This is I printed on parchment paper. Here's another belly band with some corsets, lace. Here's a larger envelope, and there's a beautiful electric corsets. I bet that was fun, having a machine, or somewhat of a machine, tighten up on you. Okay, and then over here, get in there. Make sure I don't wrinkle that. Yeah, let's do it this way. Okay, and over here there's some more paper from my stash with some beautiful rose lace. A little side pocket with a couple of tags or cards. The beautiful trim down the front here. Here's a large dress form that I made from some of the papers in the kit. You can see Wink of Stella and a little bow and an applique there. Some ads for corsets. All different. There were so many different styles. I started to get into that, but that was just a little too much. Here's a tea-dyed ledger pad. Here's another one of those pages. It's tea-dyed, the writing page. Here's put a paper clip on. You can open this up if you want, do some journaling in there, or you can close it up and make a pocket at it. Inside is some more ephemera. And there's the center of this signature with its hearts. Here's a Reed Donnelly flip with a couple of a card and a tag. Of course, it's polka dots. More of the tea-dyed pages. Look at the beautiful lace and flowers on that kit. Here's another little sheet of paper from my stash. I put a pocket here. There's a smaller dress form. There's a beautiful corset. There's another one. Here's another pocket. Another tag I made, or a large card, whatever you want to call it. Some more of the printing of some corsets. Here's a pocket I put this way. Another beautiful Victorian woman in a corset. Like I said, there were lots of styles. Here, I won't take that time. Another pretty pocket. This was from the kit. I love the striped paper. And there you have. There's a card that I did some stamping on. Okay, look at this. Beautiful, beautiful ephemera. Or advertisements. Anyway, there's a beautiful doily again and tracing paper. More rose stenciling. Here's a flip up that you can write in. And back here is a pocket. And there's more corsets. When you see which kits I used, you'll understand why I called it Madame's Boudoir. There's the end of that one. Here's going on to the third one. Third signature. It's another pretty pocket. I fussy cut the fan out. Put a little card in there. Elegant. There's a little card up here in this pocket that kind of hangs over the sack. Anyway, there's that little lady. And back here is a beautiful piece of ephemera from the kit. And then here is a tag from the kit. And you can put it either, well, here's would be best here, but most of them that I put in, most of the bags, you could put stuff behind the bag as well. Fussy cut a little gal out, and I did some wig of Stella on her fan and various places on the dresses. More paper from my stash. In the back pocket, we have two cards. Get in there. There you go. And then at the front, there's a little pocket. I put a fussy cut out the gal's hand. And there's some Florence silk mittens. And then another little lady over here. Oh yeah, that's another kit I used. EVG's Paper Doll Spring Fashions. There's another bag. The card from the kit. A tinier little envelope with some tea-dyed papers in there. More of my printing here with the hand. Here's another belly band with a very large tag. Or card, or whatever you want to call it. There's another doily. Beautiful gowns and all the hankies and the hair, what did you call it? Combs, and the fan and gloves. More of the beautiful lined paper. Here's another little lady. There's another lady's head and shoulders showing off her beautiful hat. And then it's another lady. Here's the center of the third signature with its hearts on a string. Over here we have a glove ad, and then there's the combs, the pretty combs that they wore in their hair. I fussy cut out these to put on there. There's an ad. There's a card from the kit. And this I cut out from the kit. Beautiful, beautiful. Did some stamping and some stenciling. Fussy, nope, that one's just the page. Look at the beautiful dresses. Here's a beautiful little tuck spot that Yvonne created in the kit. There's those. That's a large pocket. Certainly more could go in there. Here's a little fan I fussy cut out, and I put a little black ribbon on there, and it's going to hang off, so I like that, and I did some stamping there. Here's a mini file folder that I created, and a gloved hand. And here we have a little couple of, this is some jewelry, ladies' jewelry, and then there's some purses, all Victorian. There's a little side pocket with some purses and some umbrellas, or parasols, they may have called them. Pretty lace. I love this old lace. I think it's, I've got it at my hospice shop, I believe, and it's just beautiful. Oh, and I put a fan here. There's a lovely lady on the tracing paper, and there's another one. Here's another flip up and down for you to journal on. And behind it is a pocket. And there you have two items. And that's the end of that one. Look at the pretty lavender and the huge fan. Beautiful. Here's the fourth and final. And there's some pretty lined pages. Here's a pocket. And in front of that is these two tags or cards. Both are shoe. We're into shoes and hats and stuff now. In here is a large tag with your Tiffany stamp. And behind it, I think there's just one, yeah. There's the standard screw boots and shoes. And you can see I've used a lot of lace. You can see beautiful polka dots there, huh? A little side pocket with a shoe. And I think that's a hat. Beautiful, beautiful. There's several pages that aren't filled that you could certainly add more to. I did have an extra little photo of a woman in a hat, so I added that, and I think you can see the sparkle. And that's just Wink of Stella, so it's not like it's glitter that's going to fall off really a lot. There's some hats. There's a shoe that I fussy cut out. A shoe ad. And here's another little envelope with some tea-dyed papers. Tea-dyed ledger paper and the doily. Beautiful millinery. More lined pages, and here's some of that lined tea-dyed paper. There's another belly band with beautiful vintage hats. Behind it I have some shoes and a larger envelope. This one has parchment paper in it for you to journal on, and if you've never journaled on parchment paper, it is so luscious to write on. It's really beautiful paper. And I'm not talking about baking kind. This is parchment as in Southworth brand. Okay, and then here's a pretty hat, and there's the center of that one. That signature. Shoes and shoes and shoes. And there's some hats. There's another shoe ad, and there's a hat ad. Lots of lace. I printed on a shoe here. Tea-dyed page stamping. More tea-dyed page. There's a pretty picture. This was a blank page. I love the Harlequin print, and I put this little gal on there, her hat. In this sack, we have a couple of cards from the kit. And this is another page that just had the flowers there, so I put a little gal there, and I thought she looked pretty there. Here's a little side pocket with a tag, black lace, and it's a, I think that's what they held their stockings up with. That's what we used, but garters. Yeah, it's garters. A little shoe that I fussy cut and put there, and there's another shoe with a shoe circle. There's another flip up and flip down for you to do some writing on with lines. Behind it, it's a large tag and a small tag with hats on the large tag. This is the last page of the journal. Here, as I promised, is another half of that mini file folder with a tag, and then handmade by. That's it. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Give me 2 thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. This will be available in my Etsy shop. And if you're not a subby, I hope you'll consider it. Have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by and taking the time to watch this video. Have a good one. Bye-bye now.